What's up? What's up? What's up, beautiful people? It's Pretty Girl Love Trap Content, and we are here to discuss Raising Kanan. All right, I'm so excited. My show is back, y'all. So I rewatched season 3 last week, and yes, in case you didn't have the opportunity to do so, we're going to go ahead and just touch on, the major points, events, the highs and the lows of season 3, because we got to get into season 4 once that premieres in a few days. Okay, so before we get into anything, I would appreciate if you guys like the video, subscribe, do all the things to support the channel. Now, I apologize, I will not be on camera this live because I have a slight headache and I don't have time for all the lights to be shining on my face, okay? And I apologize in advance because this lingering cough from the flu will not go away. Not understanding that, but we are here, all right? Thank you so much, DeMarcus, for being here early and providing a super chat. You asked, what would you say is worse, having trauma or being toxic? Happy Her Story Month. I mean, honestly, they probably can be one of the same, because I do feel like experiencing trauma in your life can result in you being toxic. But this may be another thing where, having trauma and you could be the victim of, trauma and being toxic. Oh, that's a hard question, but I'm just going to say being toxic, because trauma, I would like to say that can be mostly from the past, and being toxic is more of a present day situation that you're currently, being toxic and spewing out any, negativity or whatever you got going on in current day. What's up, Mr. Jones? Tamika, hey, how are you? I hope you are doing well. I was thinking about you earlier today, so I hope you are good. It was good to hear your voice the other day. So warming to the heart, girl. Yes. But, our show is back, girl. So we're going to just get into the things from season 3. Just a little refresher, okay? So season 3, one thing I did love about season 3, we didn't play any games. We didn't waste any time, okay? No time jumps allowed, okay? We literally picked up the same night from the finale of season 2, by the grace of God, okay? Marvin was saved, okay? You guys, and there has been a lot of talks about Marvin and his fate this season. I don't want to face any realities of Marvin meeting his demise. So I'm just going to be positive for now, okay? Just for now, because my heart can't take it. But his life was spared. Shout out to Demo. He was definitely the MVP for me. So we see Marvin. He is in being transported to the bodega, because we got to get all of our things, our criminal things, out of the bodega. So we getting our little, our money or whatever out. And mind you, he is shot, okay? And that's what I'm talking about. Like, Marvin is the employee of the month. Please get him a sign, a sticker, a gold star, something, because what? I would have been laid out on Debo's floor, okay? Demo would have had to have me a little chalk print out, a little etched out, because I would have been passed out. Just me seeing a bunch of blood in my blood, child. Yeah, Marvin is a real one, okay? Meanwhile, Rock, she's over there at the hospital giving Lulu instructions, because she got the popo behind her in a little hospital gown, while Lulu is over there and having to deal with the popo at the record shop. So she's pretty much telling Lulu, put it all on Crown Camacho, okay? He is going to be the scapegoat of the day, okay? Don't you love when they just blame everything on the dead man? Like, how convenient, right? I'm not mad at it at all, okay? So Rock is over there telling her story for the 11th time, okay? And her baby daddy Howard is also there trying to corroborate her story, okay? And I'm like, you know what, Howard, I appreciate you, okay? He was trying his hardest to make sure that things is going smooth this season. So Unique, he arrives home, thinking he's gonna take him a nice little hot shower, relax, release. But he finds out that his brother Ronnie got out seemingly a few days before he was due to be home. So of course, Pernessa, she's not even feeling it. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I'm like Pernessa. Like, I don't want no extra people up in my house. Especially somebody like Ronnie, okay? He's not even a pleasant guest to have. So Ronnie, he's over there look like he got a stick up his ass, worried about eating his cereal versus hugging his brother that he ain't seen in 11 years. So we already know it's going to be some tense drama along the way. Mind you, Kanan is still doing hood rat-ish, right? And Kanan doing hood rat-ish and Bert being the annoying mosquito that she is not meshing well, right? So Howard and Rock had to go and, have a little, what we call it? Let's just say a meeting, okay? A meeting of the minds with Kanan. And that scene was so hilarious to me. I forgot some of the funny lines, but when they bust up in Kanan/Famous apartment, he was like, so what? Y'all getting back together? Like, I'm like, Kanan, I'm mad at you right now, but you are low-key hilarious, okay? So they're trying to have a mini intervention, like, all right, the feds are on our ass, okay, Kanan? I'm gonna need you to tighten up and just chill the F out, okay? We need to make sure our stories are straight, bada bing, bada boom, okay? Because they're not playing. Because the feds, it was all cool when it was black on black crime, but now that we got some Italians involved, okay, they want to get behind that. The feds love some organized crime investigations, okay? So in this scene, Kanan and Rock pretty much tells Howard, like, yo, Burke has been snooping around, asking us questions, not minding her business. So, they give them the look. And he was like, all right, gotta handle it. And so eventually he calls Burke to meet up. And she's just so gullible enough to meet up with the very person that she's been trying to investigate. And she even went to the hospital and told Howard she needs to talk to him in front of the captain, and told pretty much everybody in the waiting room that Howard is mixed up in all this BS. Like, I'm getting re-mad, y'all. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm getting more and more upset because, Burke, how have you been around police activity your entire life and you don't even know how to conduct a thorough but quiet investigation? Like, I'm sorry, but Howard, it was no other option but to murk Burke, okay? Sorry, y'all. Y'all can hire me for a hot 16 if y'all need to. But yeah, Burke was out of here in one episode, okay? We had to nip that in the bud ASAP to the pronto. So I'm not even mad at that. She was doing too much. So in episode 2, well, let me just also rewind. Episode 1, we are also made aware that Unique and Rock, they got a thing going on. They over there making sweet, sweet love. Okay. And I'm like, you know what? I'm here for it. Now, shout out to my bro, Detroit Kings. He was giving us a little pushback, a little flack, because, we was championing this little love romance between Rock and Unique. Even though Unique was cheating on Pernessa. But, we was here for it. I'm not going to lie. I got to raise my hand. I was definitely guilty of being, happy about the little affair. Okay, it was hot. It was given. It was all the things. So I'm not mad. Yes, it is wrong. Okay. But hey, it is what it is. What the 5 heartbeats say, 2 wrongs don't make it right. But at the end of the day, I was here for it. I'm sorry. It's TV, so I can't be too mad. I can't be too mad. But yeah, I love seeing Rock and Unique together, right? So when they had a little situation at the house, Stefano and his homeboys came through trying to remodel Rock's crib and busting up and pretty much kidnapped them. So he propositions Rock, like, hey, Rock, I'm going to need you to murk Sal for us because we aren't going to do it ourselves. So she's a little upset, like, damn, y'all got to have me doing y'all dirty work. So he pretty much told her, hey, you murk Sal or we murk you. And then we gonna murk Sal. Like, it was no other option. So she had to get a plan together, right? So while she's over there getting this plan together, Jukebox is over there watching Howard from a distance outside of Burke's funeral. And Howard, yes, he needs a good award. Okay, he was acting his behind off, giving the speech. Like, I don't know, it was kind of funny because every time I think of this scene, it reminds me of Juice when Bishop was over there at the house hugging the family. Like, y'all really gotta have some big kahunas over there to be just murking people and showing up like y'all like y'all was best friends or whatever, and no wrong, no guilt whatsoever. But it is what it is, okay? People get shot every day, B. What's up, DeMarcus? You said Unique and Rock X scene was trash. Rock and Symphony were better together. I will never say that Unique and Rock was trash. Like, what? Now, I would say it was not as involved and intense, but we also have to keep in mind that Rock was injured. So that was still kind of hot, though. I ain't gonna hold you. I was like, all right. Because when I first saw that little first scene, and I'm like, all right, Unique, you being kind of rough with that arm, okay? You get it together, bro. Like, what are we doing here? So, yeah. I'm sorry, DeMarcus. I can't. I have to agree to disagree with you there, okay? I'm just saying. It's okay, though. It's okay. Meanwhile, Kanan, he's not paying attention to anything his parents done told him, right? So he realized that there's some, activity going on in the building. So he is introduced to Paul, right? So Paul has like a little messaging service that he has, some young African American brothers over there, bicycling, doing what they need to do to get little messages. That was a cute little, legal service. So Kanan, he was pretty much digging, trying to get intel on how the operation is going. And he tells Famous, like, you always, it's always good to know how other people making their money. Okay. So we'll see, what Kanan does in terms of this information. So the last 5 minutes or so of this episode, we see Marvin. Marvin over there with the USPS truck, and he's delivering heartbreaks. Okay, he's delivering the heartbreaks to the mob. Okay, he goes right after Sal's grandson's christening. At least he let the man, have time with his family. Okay, Marvin, he a good man. He a good man. Okay, y'all can't tell me nothing about Marvin, right? So he successfully takes out Sal, gets into a whole pew 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 shootout with the mob, escapes, okay, which is wild because when I rewatch that scene, I'm like, based on the probability and statistics, yeah, Marvin probably should have gotten, hit at least once. Like, y'all the mob, like, why are y'all hitting so trash? Like, I don't understand, but that's one flaw of the Power universe. Sometimes they be making it too easy for our faves to get away. But I am happy, y'all. I am not complaining whatsoever. So, Rock, she's over there getting her hair done, while Sal got his wig pushed back. I mean, how poetic is that? I'm not even mad at that at all, right? So that was pretty much episode 2. Episode 3, I am cursed to watch how Ronnie is so pressed to get work. Like, he's being very much impatient because he is resentful. He, is explaining to Unique, yo, I left you the keys to the organization, and now you over here don't really have my organization any longer. Nonetheless, you are working for Rock. Like, what's going on here? And just like how in OG Power, I had to rewatch OG Power and realize that Kanan is not necessarily the antagonist. So I kind of saw Kanan's perspective a little more. I'm not even gonna lie, you guys, rewatching this, I had to take my feelings out of this situation. And I'm not saying I sympathize with Ronnie, but I understand his position. Or I don't say I understand, because I got it, but I just hated Ronnie so much. I just didn't care because he was just getting on my nerves. But I really understand his position at the end of the day. I did back then, but I'm a little more open-minded right now, okay? Lord knows I don't want to defend nothing Ronnie does, all right? But he's upset, right? And in this scene, they're lifting weights. And you can tell by Unique's body language when Rock's name is mentioned. Like, Ronnie knows, oh, y'all got something going on. So Lulu, he's just still a drunk, okay? But when he realizes that Juke has opportunity to join this girls group, he was like, okay, I got something to be inspired about. So he's helping her with the music and everything. She kills the audition, but Lulu is nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be effing found. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed, right? So Howard, he's stressed out because he's, trying all his best to, cover his tracks in regards to the investigation. The feds done moved in and he is stressed out, okay? Stressed out. He probably wish he was never, ever messing with Rock. He probably wish he had protection or something, or just the wherewithal, not just, just not messing with a minor. Like, I'm just saying, Howard, sometimes you make your bed, you gotta lie in it. So Ronnie goes and do some scary, spooky-ish in front of Kanan and Famous. Like, he's across the street watching them blatantly like sell drugs. Like, that's the annoying part of watching this season. And don't get me wrong, and I can speak to probably any other city, but I could really specifically just based on my childhood, if you pay attention on the block, you can watch a few drug deals go down. It's slick ways that people do it, but you can watch it. But the way Kanan was out there just literally handing the work all out in the open in front of the building, it's ridiculous, you guys. I guess. And I'm like, I understand he's young, he's a teenager, but he's too smart. Like, can we go either to the side of the building or the back of the building to be able to do this? Like, I hope we see a more wiser Kanan. I'm sure we will, but that didn't make any sense whatsoever. DeMarcus, you said that hate from Ronnie is real. I mean, you could call it hate. Not like in a hate, like a jealousy hate, but it's a hate because it's like you was doing too much. Yeah, I understand that Unique. There were some events that occurred that the organization is no longer, but that's when you rebuild. Like, I understand there's resentment, all those things, and it may take a minute to get over it, but get over it because Unique did offer a solution. He gave Ronnie an opportunity to rebuild, and Ronnie was not trying to hear that, okay? He was just trying to get revenge. And it's like you waste your time on getting revenge and doing side kills when you need to be over here just trying to rebuild with your brother. Like, it was aggravating. For real. Yes, DeMarcus. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Exactly. Because, yeah, Ronnie... I'm going to move on. So, y'all, there was a lot of debate in regards to Raquel Thomas's move in this episode 4. She paid Famous to keep quiet as she put a blicky in Kanan's backpack. And of course, at that time, most, if not all, high schools had metal detectors in the city. And of course, it gets found. And looking back, I'm like, yeah, Rock definitely gave it seems like she gave Howard the heads up, where they had a conversation prior to, on some level, where the police that necessarily did not get involved in the situation, but they did have to involve child care services. So I don't know if Rock was necessarily counting on that, but there was some point I was a little nervous, you guys, because I'm like, I think this plan may backfire, Rock. But this is her way, or was her way, to get Kanan back home, because she loves her son and she want to make sure she can control the situation. And I think she felt like, okay, if he's home, I can at least see and know what he's doing, and he's away from all the BS of what's going on the block. So this is a very severe, extreme attempt to mend her relationship and gain control of what Kanan was doing. I don't know. This definitely was a risky move. I don't know. I don't know if many mothers will risk that, because anything could have happened. Kanan could have gotten in the fight. Somebody could have stole his book bag. Like, there were so many variables that could have occurred. But this is what she did, y'all. This is what she did. So, episode 5. Oh, Lord. Let me take a drink, y'all, before I move on, because episode 5, child, I'm getting re-triggered just even thinking about it. So we see Ronnie just doing more hood rat-ish. He steals a car to get bread. Oh my God, sorry, y'all. I just get so annoyed at people who get out and they just get more reckless. It's like, come on, you want to go back? You want to go back to 3 hots in the cot? Like, this is what you want to do? And he's waking up Unique. Okay, Unique over there in his PJs, like, bro, what are we doing here? Is in the middle of the night, and you over here talking about you jacking fools for their vehicles. Like, what are we doing here? But he was like, you know what? I'm not staying with you and Pernessa no more. Okay. I'm like, I'm sure Pernessa was happy as hell when she found out you wasn't over there watching the TV when it was off. Like, you're not hurting nobody, Ronnie. So, mind you, Unique is trying to tell Ronnie to be patient the whole entire time, but he's not trying to hear that. Meanwhile, Marvin is over here just being friends with a loser. Okay, I'm just going to call him loser the entire time, because looking back at, and I remember, shout out to Muchella's reviews, I remember in one of our lives, I believe on Miss K's channel, like, we were really trying to figure out how long was Marvin's loser friend was investigating him, and just rewatching it a year later, like, yeah, this was definitely in the makings for a minute. Like, just even rewatching some of the scenes, like, you can tell he was investigating Marvin the whole time, and Marvin just trying to be a good person and trying to, look out for him. But it is what it is. I mean, he was a loser. Okay. So at this time, Lulu and Shirley, they have a little partnership going on, because, Shirley, her business is kind of look like is on its last leg, honestly. And, Lulu, bringing some spark into the business, it's revitalizing something. She's used to, growing up in a little jazz environment. So Lulu is bringing a hip hop environment, a little bit different of a crowd, but still, creative crowd nonetheless. And Shirley, of course, knew A-Train, which was Lulu's father. What's up, ODH TV? He said Gerald was definitely a loser. Yeah, I don't even want to say his name, but I guess for people to follow along, I'm gonna just say Gerald. But in this episode as well, we see Demo. He is getting investigated, and he mentions Rock's nickname, which is Rock, because the whole time, the detective, he's like Raquel Thomas. So Demo was like, what Rock got to do with Basie projects, because they're investigating the whole war situation, and that was kind of a slip up. And it was so cringy and upsetting at the time. But honestly, at the same time, I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, people in the hood have nicknames all the time. But of course, detectives, they're going to go with anything they can, grasp their little hands on. And so at this time, Rock is getting ready to go to Lulu's little party, because he has a little event going on, because Marvin, he was over there being like little Ahmad and Soul Food. Okay, he was trying to bring the family back together the whole time. I just love Marvin's evolution and his growth as a character this season. So as she's heading out, detectives show up at her door. So she goes to get interrogated, whatever. So she didn't get to make Lulu's party, which I wish she did, because when they pretty much have a conversation later on, that triggers Lulu to get back on the bottle. Because right now he quit. Okay, he was feeling bad about missing Juke's little performance and everything. So he was on a straight and narrow, but that didn't last too long. So what's up, Mr. Jones? How are you? So you said, I kind of feel Ronnie. I was the man, gave you the keys to this city. All you got to offer me is this raggedy Chinese restaurant. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I was able to kind of step outside of my immediate annoyance of Ronnie, since it has been a year later. And don't get me wrong, I get it more so now. Well, like I said, I always got it, but I guess I'm more receptive to being more understanding to Ronnie's resentment. Okay. DeMarcus, you said Demo dry snitch on Rock, but Demo said he owed Howard a favor. Yeah. And I'm like, was that even necessary, saying that part about Howard too? I'm like, I don't want to get hooked up on, dialogue and stuff, but I don't know. I was kind of picking apart that whole little investigative scene. I'm like, I don't know, Demo, but he saved Marvin. So honestly, he's okay with a few F-ups. Okay. He's okay with a few F-ups for me. All right. And he helped Marvin with the whole Sal situation as well. So at this point, Ronnie is overstepping boundaries. Okay. He pretty much snitched on Unique to Pernessa and pretty much stated that he probably over there with Rock. So he pretty much blew up the whole affair. So when Unique gets back home, Pernessa is pressing him like, yo, what's going on? You over here sleeping with Rock? Like, she just ain't no other chick. She shut out you and Jerome, like our baby. Like, what are we doing? And I ain't gonna lie, at the time I did feel Pernessa like, that is wild to know that your baby daddy is out there screwing a very woman that pretty much had your child and him in danger. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that really is a testament to how bad of a mamma jamma that Rock is. Because what? So Unique at this point, he's pissed off. Like, bruh, it's one thing, but you be over here mad and upset and doing too much when it comes to this drug game. But now you over here making my happy home unhappy. Okay. So Unique, he over there driving around looking for Ronnie. He notices the light is on in his little, it wasn't really like a cleaners. I don't think it was like pretty much like an alterations business or what have you, his little front. So he presses Ronnie and he proceeds to whip Ronnie's ass. But Ronnie took it way too far. And he played baseball with Unique's head. Okay. And y'all, I did not see that. I mean, the writings were on the wall that something was going to go to a head, but no pun intended. But y'all, it was a lot. It was a lot, y'all. Like, I'm really triggered again by this whole Unique situation. Oh, let me know, was Ronnie wrong? Because if I'm Pernessa, I would have been happy, like, yes. Because, you always want to make sure, like, if you a girl, like, you always would want your boyfriend or your husband to have that one little snitching friend to tell you all the business so you know what's up, okay? But at the end of the day, Pernessa probably was one of them chicks. She wasn't going to never leave Unique. She was going to wait till he get done with, his little flavor of the week and continue to be with him. I mean, I just feel like she wasn't gonna leave Unique at the end of the day. So by the end of this episode, Unique is no longer, y'all. This was a hot topic. Like we was in our feelings. Well, I would say us Unique fans, because there were some people that just did not care or was hating at the fact that Unique was no longer. It was cool. They was cool with it. It was cool. It could have been jealousy, but it was cool. Okay. DeMarcus, he said Ronnie called Unique soft in the clown. Yeah, that scene was intense. Oh my god, I don't know the last time I saw like a brother Unique, like Ronnie intense situation like that. And we also see in this episode that Rock, her lawyer pretty much came through. It's funny because she actually because Lulu originally found this lawyer because he used this lawyer for pretty much to gain, ownership or partnership of the record shop. But I'm trying to remember, and DeMarcus, let me know, when exactly did Andre Barnes come in the picture? Because I think that was the first time we saw him, right? Was when was with Lulu, but I feel like there was a scene prior to that. I don't know, but I'm sure we'll see Andre a few more times, okay? Because yeah, they always in some stuff. He's pretty much probably on retainer at this point. So episode 6, mind you, this is a week later, so it's a little bit of a time jump from episode 5. So Unique is missing, and Pernessa took it upon herself to follow Rock home, and she knocks on the door. Okay, she was like, "I know you in here. Open up." So she had to blicky at Rock, but Rock, she's a pro at this. Pernessa is not really in her to really be in this type of situation. So Rock was able to gain the upper hand, but at the same time, she felt bad because, she had feelings for Unique too. That was kind of, it'd be always interesting when the lovers come together. Okay, so Rock, she was asking Pernessa some questions like, "Yo, like, what is Ronnie saying?" And so Pernessa, she's like, "No, Ronnie would never." And Rock was like, "Shit, I know better." I know better. And the fact that Ronnie went to the crib and took all Unique's jewelry and then pushed Pernessa down. And of course, she's trying to be hopeful and positive. Like, "Yo, what are you doing with your brother's stuff? Like, he could be coming back. He's going to want his stuff." It's clear. And then Pernessa didn't get the hint then. Like, girl, Ronnie did that ish. Like, it's given 50 cents. He did that ish. Like, girl.
Whatever they saying he did that shit.
Yes, I'm sorry. Pernessa, I didn't mean to break it to you, girl, but he did that ish. Okay. Hey, HEA, how are you? Thank you for coming through. Not Terry Silver Daddy, Mr. Jones. I cannot. That is hilarious. The Marquis said Andre Barnes helped Marvin with probation and Renee. So yeah, definitely. But I feel like he appeared before the Lulu situation, but that could have been the first time we saw him in season 2. So, oh Lord, Ronnie. So Juke, she's gaining, some more success with her group, and Marvin just being a good daddy. Okay, Marvin over here, the MVP. Okay, he's the employee of the month. All right, daddy of the decade. Well, I ain't gonna lie, that's stretching it. I'm gonna just say daddy of the month as well. Okay, and he's being the gold star friend. Like, Marvin, top tier. Okay, so I don't even want to see Gerald. I don't want to see Gerald on the screen, but he's on there. He's a little picture of him, but he is just further gathering information on Marvin, and Marvin tells him about Juke's performance, right? And at this point, The feds are really looking at Marvin as the kingpin, not Crown Camacho. And Howard, he's trying to diffuse the situation as much as he can, but he realizes somebody got to take the fall. Somebody got to take the fall. So he's pondering like, shoot, Marvin may have to be the fall guy. And I'm not even gonna lie, you guys. I'm like, well, if Marvin could save the whole family, somebody do gotta go down, but we gotta find another option. We gotta exercise all options before we think about that. Okay. So Kanan's over there partying with the likes of all the good drug dealers, y'all. Just really just getting in good with Snap, Crackle, Pops. Like the cereal gang is in full effect. Like it's a lot going on. Like he's getting deeper and deeper in the game, right? He's over there selling heroin. Okay, no more weed, heroin. Like he just skipped. Lord, I can't afford any more gray hairs, Kanan. Just please spare me, sir. And so they're also having a situation where, you know, the social worker is popping up at the house. Kanan did get to do a decent thing by not ratting Rock out once he found out that she was the one that framed them for the blicky, because Famous told him, but he ended up kicking Famous out. So what would y'all do? Like, I feel like Famous's hands were tied. Like, I'm thinking in my head, if I was Famous, what would I do? Because I'm probably at this point will be more scared of what Rock would do if I were to tell what she did versus Kanan. Because the fact that she said this is a family situation, I'm like, you know what? My name is not Thomas, so I'm gonna stay out of this. I'm gonna stay out of this. But you know, Famous is going through a lot. He's still over here, you know, just realizing that he is guilty of murking somebody. You know, he's guilty of so many things. So he's a little in his feelings, y'all. It's giving a little bit of Carl Thomas over here. So episode 7, Ronnie just doing too much. She's yoking up everybody that comes to Famous's apartment. I love the fact that Jupe, she don't give a good damn. She's not scared of nobody, okay? Like I love Jupe's character. But Famous's mom decides to call the Popo because she found the blicky in the Nike box. And it's she frustrated. Like, you low key the ops, mama. I'm still mad at you for this. So I don't know. There's so many thoughts about what's going to happen with Famous. This is pretty much kind of like the last scene we see Famous in terms of being interrogated by the Popo. He's asking for a lawyer. It doesn't look good. They're pretty much trying to cut him a deal before lawyers get involved. So it looks like he's going down. They've been already investigating him for oh my god, I can't think of the guys. Sorry, Freddie's offing. So I don't know. A lot of people are speculating that Famous is out of here since he was not on the flyer, but I guess we'll have to stay tuned. But I'm under the impression that at some point he goes, because you know, we know that Famous was Sean is his real name, so we know that Kanan names his son after Famous, but you know, I don't know. I don't think Famous is going to see sunlight anytime soon. Okay, unless it's in a yard. Okay, not the yard that he wants to be in. So Kanan, he's putting his peen all over Butter. Okay, I'm just so aggravated. He's over there messing with Aisha. He's over there messing with Crystal. Like, I just hate ish like that. And really rewatching this season made me feel so much sympathy for Jupe, because not saying she's innocent, because we know she was over there with the thievery last season, but for the most part, she just trying to exist, y'all. She's definitely a victim of her circumstance. Like, between the actions of Rock and Kanan, like, they pretty much had a lot to do with her life being so screwed up. And not, you know, I'm definitely not excusing Marvin, but there was a lot of actions directly, you know, done by Kanan and Rock that affected Juke, and it just really pissed me off. Really pissed me off. Let me see what y'all saying. ODHTV, you said I would love to see an episode of Jukebox backstory and how she knows all the drug dealers, other criminals, and became a hustler at such a young age. Yeah, it's not really. I don't know if we need a backstory. Any content on Juke, I would love. But there's always somebody like that in the hood where they just know every other thing. You know, Juke, she's not quiet, right? But she's very observant and she has a high emotional intelligence. So I feel like she's also one of those people that keep her eyes and her ears open. So when you know people are out there hustling, you know the big names, it's easy for you to kind of piece ish together and know who is who, you know. I feel like there's always people like that in the hood. Always people like that in the hood. And especially that she's a girl, you know, people may overlook that and, you know, still be yapping. You hear conversations on the street all the time. And, you know, coming from New York, people talk all fucking day. I'm just saying, people run their mouths all day. Okay. So I don't know if we need a backstory, but she definitely is just one of those people that just know everything. But I love the fact that they kind of write that in to her character. DeMarcus, you say you can't forget that Ronnie stabbed up Dean. Yeah, thank you for mentioning that as well. He was upset because Dean didn't give him no work. Now he probably would have let Dean slide, but the mere fact that Dean told Unique that Ronnie was trying to get work, I think that's the part that really pissed Ronnie off. So yeah, he had to poor old Dean, grandmother in the living room, everything. I don't know. I just wanted to see, maybe it's the dark side of me, but I wanted to see when she finally got up and saw Dean up on that floor like that. Like, that's not funny. I promise you, I'm not funny. I'm laughing at the wickedness of my brain sometimes. But yeah, definitely Dean is out of here as well. And that was kind of one of the scenes too, you know, looking back when Marvin was having lunch with Gerald, the loser. He mentioned, you know, Dean's name, and you can tell then he was kind of fishing, you know, to see if he get like a rise or a reaction out of Marvin. And when Marvin left, because you know Marvin was getting work from Dean, you know, Gerald pretty much like just he like threw his napkin down. And I was like, I noticed it before, but I really pay more attention now. Like, cause I'm like, yes, I feel like Gerald kind of utilized his relationship with Marvin to also get some therapy on some level since Renee was no longer around. But that really shows me like, oh, what do you have invested in this situation? So it really showed like, oh yeah, you got some other things you got going on, Gerald. Oh, he pissed me off. He pissed me off. So I also want to mention that Lulu was out here just running wild, just doing too much. But we do get glimpse of the Thomas's mother, okay? And we see how trifling she is. And we can also tell how Rock is how she is. Like, not saying Rock is trifling per se, based on, you know, how you feel about Rock. But yeah, we see the toxicity that spawns the that spawns the Thomases, because that mama is a piece of work, okay? Always got her hand out talking about how y'all gonna take care of me, yada yada. Like, girl, we don't have no pension, we don't have no disability. Girl, what are we doing here? Because at this point, and I failed to mention that Rock, you know, most of this season, well, I would say the first half of the season, you know, she quote unquote quit the game. Nobody completely believed her, but they was trying to go along with it. But, you know, she, you know, decided to be an entrepreneur and purchase a strip mall that her beauty salon was a part of. And it was becoming too stressful for her, like all these maintenance issues and everything. Like, she was tired. and it was too hard. And she feels that selling drugs and selling that work is easy. So, she when it goes back to the thing that she really is passionate about and the thing she feel like she really is good at. DeMarcus, you said, I love Joyce Thomas, the only person Rock is afraid of. I don't think Rock is afraid of Joyce. I really don't think so. I mean, she respects her. She's her mom. I don't think she would ever, you know, do anything to her mom, but I don't think she's afraid of her per se. DeMarcus said Ronnie should have off Dean's grandmother. Oh, DeMarcus, now that's just dark. That is just dark, DeMarcus. I am judging you for that. Not the grandmother. All she wanted to do was watch her game shows and play bingo. Like, she ain't did nothing to you, DeMarcus, for you to be doing all that. I cannot believe you said that. That is hilarious. Exactly, HGA. She tolerates Joyce. Oh my God. I cannot. Oh, Jesus, DeMarcus. So, episode 8. Lulu is kind of, he's doing too much. Okay, he's all on Rock's front yard, talking about they be murking people and telling all the family business. Okay, so yeah, Rock needs to figure out what the hell she's gonna do with him. But she decides the next day to have Joyce babysit Lulu, when she does a horrible job because she can't not cook. Okay, she doesn't even hold Lulu in the house. And she had to be paid to be there. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So, Rock, she realizes, I'm getting back in the game. So, she goes to Stefano and, or Stefano, however you want to say it. And she pretty much tried to strike a deal, and she got to go through Quan and all these, layers, but she does her due diligence. I love the fact that they show like she's over there staking out the Chinese restaurants, staking out the suppliers. Like, she's doing all the work to see how the operation works. So I definitely love that. Because prior to, Unique was actually using them, but Unique is no longer with us at this point. So she's like, okay, well, let me just go ahead and fill that void, right? Meanwhile, Juice, she gets closer to Aisha. They start having a little buddy, nice, cute little friendship situation. And Rock goes to Juliana, okay, because she finds out that Juliana and Ronnie was doing weird-ish at the house, okay? Thank you for Pranessa for, providing that little tidbit of information, because when she said that Ronnie was over at the house with some girl, Rock was like, you saw Ronnie with a girl? Like, what? So I don't know if, she's insinuating that Ronnie does not typically like women, or Ronnie just don't F with women like that. I don't know. That's up for debate, but she knew something was up. So, she went to Joaquin or Joaquin, I believe. I'm sorry. It's been a minute, y'all, but she goes to him and let him know, like, yeah, Juliana, she got some side deals going on. You can't really trust her. So he was like, yeah, my cousin, she pretty much changed once Gabriel, met his demise, thanks to you, Rock. And that's the thing that's annoying, right? Because she tried to help old girl on some, we are women, hear us roar type ish. Let's stick together. We can make moves, but that's what happens sometimes when you help people, you get stabbed in the back or it backfires on you in some way. But speaking of backfire, Rock shows up, looks like she got permission to handle good old Juliana, okay? And Juliana got what she deserved because she was doing too much. Like, you got too big for your britches, baby girl. Like, what? Come on. You backstabbing your own blood? Like, you was doing too much. Like, and I liked her in the beginning, y'all. Like, she was cool. She was at the bodega over there, not minding her business, because she was over there taking notes. Every time she heard something going on in the hood, when the kids came in, she was always over there writing notes. But I don't know, should Rock have even saved her from her domestic situation? Because look where that got us. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there because she got Juliana out of here, okay? And I love that scene. Like Rock came through with that ponytail, that leather situation, reminiscent of Ghost. Like when you saw Ghost in certain attire, it was time to party. It was time to party, okay? We're not gonna be adding, we're gonna be subtracting for the day, okay? That's the mathematics we talking about, okay? But when you see Rock with a French roll or a ponytail, I ain't gonna lie, Rock. She pull off a sexy killer now. Go ahead, girl. I'm not mad at you. Raquel Thomas is that girl. DeMarcus, you said Ronnie knows that love could mess up business. Ronnie wasn't left-handed. Okay. I don't know. Can you confirm that, DeMarcus? I know you're very knowledgeable, but I just want to know, do you have confirmation? But I mean, I could also stand by that Ronnie was so focused on, business. But you can always have your little pleasure on the side. Like it ain't that deep. You just gotta know how to compartmentalize situations. Yes, HEA rock. Bye, baby. Yeah, she put Juliana to sleep. Okay, and I was here for all of it because she was doing too much, okay? Because she was very much happy to know that Unique was out of here because we knew she was hesitant on even working with Ronnie because that's Unique's brother. And we already know Unique kidnapped Juliana. She got trauma, yada, yada, yada. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I guess I was being a little insensitive because I'm like, Juliana, it's just a little kidnapping. It's just a little kidnapping. You did not have a scratch on you, girl. Why you mad? Tell them why you mad, son. So pretty much the gist of episode 9. Oh my God, you guys, this hurt my little feelings. It hurt my feelings when in real time, and it hurt my feelings last week when I rewatched this episode because Juke was almost there to stardom. Okay, she killed her little mall performance. Everybody was there cheering her on, and the feds came through. They, talked to the manager and they blew the whole spot up. Now, honestly, I do feel so many things could have changed. Like the feds didn't necessarily have to go there at that point in time and question Juke. You know what I'm saying? They could have waited at any other time. It just pissed me off because she was right there. Now, I did also think, well, if she did made it, she probably would have been over there in them Diddy parties, or she still could have ended up in a horrible situation. Okay, strung out or whatever. Just how these R&B singers be. They be in some toxic situations. So we don't know. But I was really hurt. Yeah, I was really in my feelings because they could have went about that a whole nother way. You know what I'm saying? And I understand the record company, or not the record company, but the manager probably just thought, oh, the block is too hot, too risky. But I still felt that they could have went on with the group. But I understand that's kind of a risky investment. The fact that, somebody in the group got some ties to some gangsterish, okay? So Rock is informed by Quan that there's some competition cutting through, and she's trying to figure out who it is. So between her and Marvin's investigation, they realize her competition is Kanan, and she was tasked to off the competition. She can't off her own son, so she's trying to figure out how to navigate this. So she realized, that the serial gang is over there manipulating her son. You know what I'm saying? So she goes to Snap and Pops and was like, bruh, leave my son alone. Like, we not doing this. And they not really trying to understand nothing she got to say. And I'm like, well, y'all done effed up. Y'all done effed up. Meanwhile, Jaqueen pretty much put Ronnie out of business. So he done. Okay. Lulu, he out in the wind. They had to have Howard help find him. And they had to pretty much hold Lou in, look like a little trap house situation. And Lou thinking that he about to get murked by his own sister. Like this episode was wild, but in true, power fashion, episodes 8, 9, and 10 It's going to be spicy. 5, 8, 9, 10 definitely going to be spicy in the Power Universe. Like, you can definitely count on that. I'll put some money up on that. Okay, any day of the week. Any day of the week. What's up, OT? How you doing? Thank you for coming through, bruh. So, episode 10, Howard shows up at Rock's house. You know, she's doing a little housekeeping, cleaning the blinkies up. And he's pretty much giving her an ultimatum like, girl, we need to make sure Marvin is the one that goes down for this whole situation. Like, there's no other option. It's going to behoove you. And I don't even know if I'm going to come out unscathed in this situation, but the least we could do is offer up Marvin, okay? Tell him put his big boy drawers on and take one for the team. And she not trying to hear that at all. At all. Meanwhile, she get caught up in a whole drive-by, which is right before this situation. That's why she cleaning up the blickies, okay? And so we realize, you know, that Ronnie was over here behind it. And Famous tells Kanan what had happened. Kanan pissed off. He pressed up on Ronnie like, yo, what you doing? Like, that's my mother. Like, y'all over here set tripping. Like, y'all, we not doing this. We not doing this at all. Like, it's not going down like that. Like, at all. So, yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. So, the family meet up at Rock's house because Juke had to tell Marvin that Kanan got kidnapped. So they went to tell Rock. And of course, Howard is still there. So they trying to figure out, you know, what the move is. So she goes to Stefano to get some money because apparently Ronnie wants 500 of them things. And I ain't talking about donuts. I'm not talking about Kit Kats. I'm not talking about cigarettes. He won 500 USD. Okay. So she come up with the bread. Thank God for Stefano because he likes chocolate. Okay. He like a little chocolate. So she gets the money up. So they have a little meeting situation set up. So pretty much she's going to give Ronnie the money in exchange for Kanan, right? So Marvin, Rock, and Howard, they all go to the meat spot. Okay, but Marvin, he's in the background, you know what I'm saying? Because we can't show all our hands. We can't do all that. What's up, Blaze? How you doing, bro? Thank you for coming through. You said peace and blessings, PG, and everyone in the house. Hope everything is smooth tonight. Season 4 looks like it has some promise. Writers better not drop the ball. I'm hoping not, because at this point, Raising Kanan, it can't do no wrong. I'm going to knock on some wood. But I can't see them flopping. That's all we got. Yes, OT. Ronnie, he sees the money. He was like, beach money. I said, Ronnie, shut up. You ain't going no damn beach, okay? Your old grouchy ass. Like, you're not doing that. Shut up. Shut up. Talking about we rich. We rich. Negro, please. So we all have this, you know, standoff scene, which, you know, I love these little scenes, what have you. Everybody's in position. So it was revealed that this whole kidnapping ploy was Kanan's idea. Kanan over there being a whole mastermind or what have you. So as Ronnie, he go over there, he getting all googly-eyed about the bread. Kanan sees the opportunity and offers Ronnie. Because what you not gonna do is come at his mother. You're not coming at his mother. Like, we not doing that. We not doing that. Okay? So Rock took the opportunity to take Howard at. Because what we not going over here and taking my brother down. Like, no, we gotta kill 2 birds with 2 bullets. Okay. So we got Ronnie out of here and we got Howard out of here, which I was kind of sad about Howard, but the storyline was not really going anywhere because, you know, at this point, he has been put on suspension because there's been a lot of speculation of him and his dealings with Marvin Thomas and the Thomas family. And which it was annoying because the department was really certain that Howard had a direct relationship with Marvin, and he was actually telling the truth about Marvin. Low key, Marvin is his brother-in-law, low key. But I was pissed off. I'm like, he is telling the truth about that. But yeah, I mean, it was no place else for Howard to go but down. Okay, so that was kind of wild because Kanan literally watched his moms take out his father. Like, it's a lot going on. Like, we really need a whole group therapy session at this point. So Rock, Kanan, and Marvin, they leave the situation. But we see someone enter the warehouse. And who we see? Unique. Unique. I'm like, yo, like, this was a lot. What's up, Detroit? How you doing? It was so good. He said, what's good, PG? Ronnie was a clown and a cartoon character. That is facts. OT, you said the way Kanan said, my mother. Oh my gosh. Just we gotta brace ourselves for that for the next 3 months. Okay, you guys. But we see that Unique is alive now. I had a lot of mixed emotions. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I was excited, happy, and conflicted because I done gave this boy a whole eulogy. I was stressed out. I was saddened. But my main issue, mind you, they done put me in a whole emotional roller coaster, right? But I'm like, okay, so where do we go from here? That he is alive. Because I am still happy that he is alive, but we have so much to even speculate on how Unique is going to be moving forward, okay? And yes, he has the same name, but this is not going to be the same guy. And we love the old Unique, right? I speak for myself. I love the old Unique, but I just have a feeling we're not going to see that guy no more. So who we going to see? I don't know. It may be ubiquitous. I don't know. I don't know, you guys, but I'm a little stressed out on this because I don't want to dislike Unique. But I don't know if there's anything he can do that can really make me truly dislike him besides hurt anybody in the Thomas family. Because we have to be under the understanding like he is not in his right mind. Like, his brain is scrambled like some eggs at this point. So we're just like, yeah, when you're dealing with breakfast in your noggin, I don't know. I don't know how much accountability I can give you at this point. So I don't know. And then I'm like, okay, well, how far are we going to go with Unique? Is he going to get to a point where he gets deceased again? Or are they going to make it to where he does things so, outrageous that he gets locked up? And I don't want to see either. Like, I'd rather him just be gone and just be a great memory in my brain than for them to really put me in a whole nother emotional roller coaster in season 4. And now I got to deal with this and have them risk my blood pressure being ran up and gray hair start to form at a rapid rate on my head. Like, I don't know. I really don't have time. I don't have time for the BS. Not at all. Blaze, you said Ronnie Myers had to go. LOL. In retrospect, he was too cartoonish. The writers didn't do much to flesh him out and actually show us why he was allegedly the neighborhood boogeyman. Shaking my head. Yeah. Like, the idea of Ronnie was not bad. I feel like the writers had something. It's just, I don't think they fully followed through on what he could have been, I feel like that if I do have to have a critique of Raising Kanan from season 3, it would be Ronnie. It would be Ronnie. I just needed a little more. Unique said, DeMarcus said Unique is the cartoon character, not Ronnie. Yeah. On some level, I could say, you know what? I'm going to hold that my opinion on that comment, DeMarcus, until we see what happens in season 4. I need to see what's going to happen in the future with Unique to to determine if I'm able to define him as a cartoon character. I think that's fair, right? DeMarcus, would you agree? That can be fair. I mean, the whole like Ronnie taking Unique out and dumping him, for leaving him for dead near the trash rubbish or whatever for us. And also, let me also say, whatever explanation they give us about where Unique has been and how he was able to get to the point where he's standing right here in this very warehouse, that's going to be another determining factor of whether he's a cartoon character or not. Because how, Sway? Like how? Like that's all I need. If y'all can really just truly give me a great explanation, I can rock with it. But don't feed me the BS and tell me to like it. Don't do that. I can't. I can't. I can't. So we're gonna have to see. So I'm gonna put a question mark on Unique being a cartoon character right now, DeMarcus. And by the end of this season coming up, that question mark can't either be removed by a period, or replaced by a period, or exclamation point. So Marcus, you said Unique will become Ronnie 2.0, aka Evil Kadeem Mathis. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about that. Ugh, Ronnie. DeMarcus, you said Grantham Coleman had another movie just like Jukebox and Kanan. Smoked them both. Yeah, I mean, I know scheduling conflicts have a lot to do with sometimes the lifespan of a character, but we will see. But that's still, I feel like that still doesn't excuse the fact that what we did see in season 3 with Ronnie was a little weird, Blaze, you said there's a few different paths Unique could go. Sorry, I'm putting words in your mouth. Sorry. It's been a long day, y'all. Long work day. Okay. You said there's a few different paths Unique could take going forward. I don't think the writers will permanently put him in the ground just yet, if that's the actual end game for his character. That's the thing. Like, don't have us get murked, or thinking he got murked season 3, episode 5, for that to happen, let's say season 10, episode 4. Like, I don't want that. Like, they're gonna have to do something different, because you're not gonna kill Unique twice. That's what you're not gonna do. Like, you're not gonna don't do that. Like, be creative. Could I see Unique just F the game and just be a family man? But what would you need? I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know where his character goes. I don't know. I'm gonna just enjoy the ride. Blaze, you said offing Unique would be pointless now. I mean, he could have just stayed deleted if that was the case. That's what I'm saying too. Like, don't be over here just keeping him around. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for Joey Badass getting his check and his coins. Okay, I'm definitely for the employment of America's African American population, but it got to have a purpose. He has to have a meaningful purpose for this upcoming season. And I really don't even want him to be locked up either, because I mean, I feel like that's kind of a death in its own. So I don't know. I don't know what the writers are going to do with this character. Don't get me wrong. Okay, him being savage because he don't know what's going on and is a little blurry what the past was from his perspective. I don't even want to see that either, because that is giving a Ronnie 2.0, like, on some level. It's like, I don't want to see him murking people. I just don't know where he will go from here. And maybe we will see him, gradually recover from his, injuries and regain his memory and things like that. I don't know if Unique is the type of personality to just quit the game from these instances. So I don't know. Would he be the the Dapper Dan 2.0 and just stick with you know, fine linens and clothing. I don't know. I don't know what his story would be, because you don't want to necessarily, I don't want to say that would be corny, but you still want his ending to be like intriguing and make sense. DeMarcus, he said if they sprayed up Monet and bore her to die, they could do the same for Unique. Yeah, but I don't want to bash Monet's character right now, so I'm gonna just try to like just be quiet on that. I'm gonna just be quiet on that. And I agree, like they can very much well do that, but I just Monet, I was not sad about that. I mean, it was, no, I wasn't sad. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I wasn't sad, but I did, I did eulogize her and make sure she was, she was respectfully goodbye. I don't know. It's just I don't even want to compare Monet's character and Unique character. Like Unique is a way better character to me. But I understand what you're saying, DeMarcus. Blades said it's possible Unique could target Rock and Kanan. They essentially robbed him of his revenge against his brother. Yeah, but could Unique, I'm not saying it would be impossible, but I don't know if Unique could have had a good opportunity to off Ronnie at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure he could have, been able to find a way to line Ronnie up. But I don't know. If I can trust somebody else to execute this situation, and me get the same result, I may have to just live with that. I don't know. But I definitely see what you're saying about that. But we still have to see what part Unique played in this, because he had to have been advised it on some level about this plan. Unless he followed one of these people to this location. And hey, let's say he followed Ronnie to this location and planned on offering Ronnie. You know what I'm saying? That could have been definitely an option. But I do remember, and I hate like using like scenes that's not or hasn't been revealed yet, but we did see there was photos of them filming, and we saw Unique entering Kanan's building. So maybe it's possible that Kanan had a conversation with Unique, and try to team up. I don't know. It would be interesting if Kanan and Unique had a plan to off Ronnie, and Kanan took it upon himself to change the plan, just how like Tariq did with Tasha in regards to Ghost. Because Tasha, it was her plan to take out Ghost, but last minute Tariq took it upon himself to change that plan. So I don't know. It's all speculation at this point. We're just going to have to see. DeMarcus, you said Ronnie only had one, maybe two deaths. Blake said, "Don't sweat a PG. I'll happily bash Monique's character for you. Hands down, the worst mother and the worst character of the entire." I can't even say it because it's so hilarious. Yeah, you said one of the worst characters in the Power universe. I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm pretty sure there's probably another worse for me, but she got to be top two and maybe not two. So you may be right. DeMarcus, you say, I want Unique to smoke. See, all right, DeMarcus. I have never, ever suggested you to leave my life ever, but you can go, DeMarcus, because what? Are you kidding me? DeMarcus. You gonna have to go to timeout or something, sir. You just saying some wild ish, my boy. What you drinking, DeMar? Cause that hurt my feelings. Hey, you being savage tonight. You said, imagine if Unique smoked Marvin and Jukebox smoked Unique. No, we not doing that. We not doing that at all. I could, even if I would take it there, I would even say Unique smoking Lulu, because him and Lulu had a lot of direct beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, he burnt down Lulu's house. Him and Lulu had a lot of words. You know what I'm saying? So let's say we can go with the, his memory is, blurry storyline. I can see how he can line Lulu up, even though I don't want that to happen. I don't know. I just don't want it to be a Unique versus the Thomas family, because we already saw that. Even though it's kind of in a different capacity, it's more so revenge versus like a territory beef. But I don't know. But you already know each season we have to have an op. So I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I just don't want to be stressed out. But thank God, I got a new inhaler. Okay, I got plenty of pumps available of my medicine. And yeah, I'm just gonna pray for the best at midnight on Thursday night, technically Friday morning. I'm so excited, y'all. I'm so excited because there's no other installment of the Power Universe that has me excited but Raising Ranan. I mean, there really is no other. I mean, if you want to count Force, I guess they're still out there. I don't even know what the plans for that is, but yeah. Blaze says Monet had zero redeeming qualities or character growth. The writers decided to give her a tiny fragment of decent humanity in the episode where she bites the dust. Oh my God, that was beautifully written, Blaze. Yeah, I feel like they was trying to. I want to say because try were really. I feel like with other writers, you don't even try shouldn't even be in the vocabulary. Like, y'all should either do or don't. They was working on character development. It just didn't. I don't know if it's the acting or the writing or a combination of both. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that alone because Blaze is saying all the things I don't need to say. DeMarcus said people forget that Marvin shot at Unique and Jerome and son. Yeah, but that was in retaliation. All right, now we gotta remember what comes first. That's just the retaliation. That's the correction of the situation. You can't be over here trying to burn my brother's house down and me not clap back. That's not how the streets work. That's how the streets work. Tamika, you said, I don't know if I agree with that. Boo, let me know. Can you clarify? Well, I just said a lot. I want to know what you're referring to before I get off this live. Are you talking about Monet? Because oh child, I don't know. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this new season. And if y'all don't know, I will be live Sunday mornings at between 11 and 11:15 Eastern Standard Time, AM. So y'all would be able to check me there for my recap and reviews. Yeah. You said, but I can understand how you feel that way. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're talking about Monet or not. But yeah, guys, I'm going to get out of here. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. What day is this? Oh, it's Monday. I'm used to going live in the middle of the week, so I'm just so thrown off. I really would had to ask myself, what day is it? This was a long work day, so I feel like I done had 3 work days in one. Blaze says, come to think of it, Tariq hasn't had any character development also. He has, for the worst. If you're counting from season 1, he was a decent kid. And then he started to do hood rat-ish when his daddy, left the family for Angela. So the character development has been there. If we're talking about from the very beginning, I'm being kind of funny, but I mean, technically there was character development. It was just the worst kind of development. Oh, I thought I didn't want to assume. Okay, you talk about Monet and the growth. Okay. Yeah. Like I do feel like there was some turn in Monet. I just feel like I don't want to say too little too late because that always happens, once somebody about to be out of here, that's when all the revelations and all the apologies and all the things happen. I think us as some of the fans, we just wanted to happen a little sooner or be more progressive. We felt, I don't know, I just felt like she was just stagnant as a character for 3-4 seasons or 3 seasons, however have you. And then, the latter half of the 4th season is like, okay, we get a little something, even though I do feel like they were trying to put little tidbits from when she was in the hospital and got shot. So they was trying to sprinkle it here and there. I guess, I think and I don't want to speak for everybody, but for me personally, I feel like I wanted the rollout of her character development and her growth to happen in a different way, if that makes sense. DeMarcus, you said Monet's death was fire and it turned up Kane. Yeah, it was a great scene. I'm not even gonna lie. That Hail Mary was fire. Blaze said Tariq hasn't learned anything. He's a plum fool. He just, learned to become more of a hood rat. More of a hot mess. Apex predator, if you will. Child. Oh, that boy work a nerve. I know. I understand why Big Mama hit the bottom. I get it, girl. I get it. You understand? Okay, Tarika, thank you. Tariq, DeMarcus said Tariq was trash and Power Book 2 Ghost became that's a hotter show. Yeah, I don't know. We shall see what happens in the future with all these plans for Origin and yada yada yada. We'll see. Because do y'all think we even gonna have BMF is not even gonna happen? Is that written in stone? Before I leave out of here, let me know if that's set in stone. Because Blaze says some apex predator boy can't even fight. That is facts. How can you be an apex predator and don't know how to throw hands? I mean, he throw a little bit of hands with Brayden. A little bit. It could have been worse. Let me just say that. It could have been worse. But yeah, it don't help. Tariq, it would behoove you to purchase some boxing equipment. That's all I'm gonna say. Get them reps up, sir, because you need to, come on. You can't be Ghost Son and be out here just nah. We gotta get it together. We gotta get it together. Detroit, you said the list of cartoon characters is Kane. You said Kane and Ronnie, Monet, Unique, and Tommy. Detroit, how about Lord? I don't want to be that type of co-creator. But how about you go live and rank them? You got 5. You got 5 cartoon characters. How about one of these days you rank from 1 to 5? The least, the most like cartoonish of the characters. That would be hilarious for me to listen to and for you to dissect. That would be fun. I'm over here requesting content like a damn jukebox. Oh gosh. DeMarcus, you said BMF will be after Raising Kanan. So you do think that we're gonna go move forward with the show? I hope so, for like the writer's sake and just employment sake. I don't know. I immediately thought about the other actors and other people involved in the show for their employment to be at the hands of this beef that they have no control over. Like that's, I don't know. I don't want to say it's unprofessional, but I understand where 50 is coming from at the same time. Like I feel like Big Meech over here just wreaking havoc. Like, come on, bro. You could have stayed inside if you're gonna do all this. But yeah, Detroit said BMF season 3 was god awful. Can't wait for you to try it. And that's the thing too, like the quality was not good. It was not good at all. It was like store brand. Like it's just I feel like at this point with BMF, they should have just had the documentary and left it alone. Because I feel like how do you mess up such a story of BMF? Like you didn't have to make anything up. It's history. It already happened. But then you make a great show out of fictional characters like a Raising Kanan. Like how that work? How you make a better show with fake characters than another show that has real people involved? That's backwards. And I even had to go back and forth with myself. I'm like, both are timepieces, okay, stem from the 80s and the 90s. Like there was no excuse why the quality was so bad in BMF. And compare, if there was no Raising Kanan, I would not have an argument that the people at Stars or Power or the powers that be, I wouldn't be able to argue that they could produce a better piece of work. But the fact that I can sit here and love Raising Kanan, the quality is on point, the writing, the cinematography, the wardrobe, everything is on point with Raising Kanan. Do you guys just have the interns over at the BMF set? Like, are you finding, where are you finding the people on Craigslist? Like, I don't understand how these are two. You wouldn't believe this came from the same production family. Now y'all could have put BMF on Tubi. That would fit there, not Stars. Blaze just said Braden is the only fight that boy ever won. Ghost was able to not only challenge people intellectually, but he could also match them on a physical level to read. Yeah, that's my thing. Like Ghost was that dude. That's why we love him so much. Like that dude. Now, Tariq, I'm gonna need you to learn some more Spanish. Okay, I know you know Italian. You got to learn the Spanish too, bro. I feel like that's gonna be a little more useful to you. Keep that Italian in your back pocket. Now, I'm not saying to let that go, but you got to get the Spanish going. Excuse me, guys. Detroit said I may have to make that list. Yeah, you got to make that list, bro. Detroit, you said the show is terrible. He said, I can't take up a BMF no more. And that's so sad. Like, Detroit, how disappointing is that to you, especially because you're from Detroit? Like, this is your town's history. Jesus. Blaze said BMF has been in decline since the end of season 1. Given the real life history of the organization, that show could have easily been far better than what we get on air. That's what I'm talking about. Like, y'all had it easy. Like, y'all had the cheat code. Like, I don't understand what went wrong. Maybe if y'all would have shaved off the wardrobe budget in book 2, y'all could have, got some better quality, people or production in BMF. Like, could we not have borrowed some funds? I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I'm really intrigued on how y'all F this up. And thank God I'm the age that I am, because even though I was still young, I have memories and knowledge of BMF and their story before the show. But I'm thinking about kids, not saying we need to glorify this because at the essence of it all, they were doing bad things. You know what I'm saying? But it's still history nonetheless, right? They did break ground. So I'm going to give them respect to that. But um, but for the new generation where they don't have any knowledge of their story, this is what they've given. This is what they have. Like, this is not quality. This is like the way I remember KFC in the 80s and the 90s. It was a good time. I don't want these kids knowing, tasting KFC today. I'm like, oh, this is what y'all had back in the day. Like, this is, y'all was beefing this up. Like, no. And then we got to explain to the kids, no, it was better. It was better. And they're not trying to hear that. But maybe these kids do. I wonder if the young kids really like BMF. I really think the consensus is they don't really care. But I don't know. I don't want to use no more brain cells discussing this. Detroit, you said they got BET Plus, right? Take the plus off. Blaze said BMF season 3 was the garbage truck juice. I'm done with BMF season 3. Was it for me? Just for me being nosy, I don't know if I could say I'm done. I don't know. It could be a situation where I would be done reviewing it and not watching it. But no, I don't think I can just watch it just for the pure fun of it either. That would be silly. I don't know. It's something else I could do with my hour of that week. The show make the city look bad. Dang, Detroit. I feel sorry for y'all. That's effed up. Y'all had one job, stars. BMF had one bad season. People so critical. DeMarcus said they had one bad season. A 3-season show. Season 1 was good. I can't say if it was great, but it was good. 2, 3, So we averaged that out, DeMarcus. They're not looking at a good average overall as a show. I'm just saying. Detroit, you said season 2 was mid. Season 3 was terrible. One of the worst shows I ever saw. It's up there with this Shy. Oh my God. I don't want to get you triggered. Blaze, maybe if they didn't have Henrietta topping off with a flamethrower, the season could have been saved and again, maybe not. Yeah, that was kind of one of the daggers. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. That was a big problem. DeMarcus, you said BMF has to switch it up from the story, so it will not be predictable and boring. Okay, DeMarcus is really trying to really just fight for this theory that BMF was not that bad. And I'm not the type of person, I'm not going to tell you how to feel about a show because it's your opinion. You won't ever have me do that, right? But I'm just going to explain my point of view on how I feel about the show. I don't feel, no, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with switching things up, but there's nothing boring or predictable about BMF's story because it's a true story. That's the part I'm trying to I don't understand. I'm lost for words because it's a true story that people are still intrigued by to this day, 30, 40, 30 years later. So it's definitely not boring because people still are intrigued by their story. Now, don't get me wrong. We know, with any documentary or any, story that you want to switch up some things for entertainment value. Yes, no problem with that. But having Henrietta have a flamethrower, that wasn't the answer. The most intriguing story to me, sadly, was Charles and Lucille. And that's bad because this is a BMF story. Why do I care more about their parents and their marital struggles than the overall story? Makes no sense. And yep, I just said that. I'm just seeing Mr. Jones' comment. You said Charles and Lucille is the best part of the show. That is facts. Hey, Stephen Harris, thank you for coming through. Detroit, you said the storyline doesn't make any sense. Child, I think for me, Detroit, that's when I said this show can go night night. When I saw one Pac, I was like, I'm done. Cause now y'all just not messing with BMF's legacy. This is y'all being very much diabolical at this point. That was. I think I was at that point. I was like, I've given up. I've given up all hope. I gave up all hope. I gave up all hope for that show. What's up, Jeremiah? How you doing? I hope you're doing all right. Blaze, you said the acting alone brings BMF down. I'm laughing the majority of the time. It even just the direction of it. The shootouts were silly. Like, oh God, I don't even want to get re-triggered because I could just think of so many things that just was wrong. Even like the whole Lamar, oh gosh, y'all making me upset. I'm trying to be happy. We're talking about Raising Kanan. Okay, y'all making me depressed talking about BMF. I know I brought it up, y'all. It's my fault. It's my fault. Steven, you said gotta be fake or Lou. Probably Lou, though Kane and Fame fell out season 3. So I don't know if that would mess him up as much as Lou. Are we talking about Unique? We may be a little behind. Detroit, you said the acting was terrible. Yeah, Charles and Lucille, they're thespians, they're actors, so they're acting on point. Of course, that they're not even in the conversation. Everybody else, sketchy. Yes, the camera angle, cinematography. Is this film school? Did y'all let a film school take over? Like, let me know. And not even like NYU film school. Like, it's some film school in Bumfuck, Mississippi that took over the production of BMF. Yes, Jeremiah. They had Timu Tupac. They didn't even have she and Tupac. I would even take a fashion over Tupac. But yeah, y'all was wild for that. Detroit, you said they even had Queen Latifah on the show. What show? I'm lost now. Queen Latifah. Oh yeah, child. See, I just try to like erase certain traumatic memories from my brain for my sanity. Stevie said BMF screws up that Tupac storyline in BMF. Yeah, and it's so sad because even myself, I tried to even justify, or other creators have tried to justify, like, there's the blur of the timelines because they had 96 Tupac and we thought it was like 92. Like, it's too much. Like, we shouldn't have to do all that with a show. We should be pretty clear on what the hell is going on. Blaze says, now you know your show is in his hot dog water when Charles' last name Sweet has the best storyline. Charles Sweat. Oh Lord! Shout out to Charles. The villain was terrible. Yes, Jeremiah. Steven, you said thanks. You like the show about raising Kanan Ghost Tommy and didn't Tommy didn't raise him. He raised them. Hold up. Thanks. You like the show about raising Kanan Ghost and Tommy didn't raise him. He raised them. I think I'm a little lost. Maybe because I'm tired. It's probably a little tired. We probably was typing fast. Maybe I'm tripping because I gotta go to bed. But yeah, sorry about that, Stephen, if I misinterpreted that. Jeremiah, you said it bypassed Tubi and made it to Stars, and that's what I'm saying. Like, ugh, BMF is like the ugly little sister that got to tag along everywhere. Like, dang, you want to come to the store? Like, all right, come on, just put on something cute. Maybe you won't look that bad. Like, dang, her nose snotty. Oh, her hair ain't done. Come on. Let me get you together. Let me fix you up real quick so we can go to the store. Don't be telling everybody we related either. We got the different daddies, okay? Like, it just embarrassing the brand. Embarrassing. Yeah, I remember now, Detroit. I told you, like, I was so traumatized by the Tupac situation, I forgot about everybody else. But yeah, a mess. Yeah, a mess. Blaze says Stars hire Rodney Jerkins and them from around the way. Yeah, I'm just so, they gotta figure it out. All right, I'm gonna finish this last couple comments. Jeremiah said now 50 has a perfect excuse to get rid of the show. I know, right? Look at God. Look at God. He gonna make a way. Stephen Harris said D-Wiz brother is not coming into the storyline at all. People keep hanging on to that. Until this Ella Shamik is Breeze. We will meet him in season 5. Unique is not Breeze. Dang, you tricked me into saying Breeze. Breeze is low-key banned on this channel, okay? Let me just stop playing. But yeah. It's a lot going on, you guys. But I'm gonna get out of here. Okay, this is only supposed to be an hour live. If that this turned into a whole like BMF rant. Okay, I may have to change the title of the of the live. Oh gosh, but thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Of course, y'all know next Sunday I will be recapping and reviewing season 1 of Raising Kanan. Sorry, season 4 of episode 1 of Raising Kanan. Please, if you don't mind, liking this video. If you're watching this and you're not a subscriber, why are you still contemplating? Like, let's just be friends and do the damn thing, okay? Jeremiah said there's other characters I'm looking forward to instead of Breeze. Me too. Okay. They gonna give us Breeze or not, we just gotta move on, okay? I understand we're intrigued about the whole backstory. And I'm not mad at y'all for being intrigued, but let's just be patient. If he comes on our TV screens, he's gonna come on. It is what it is, okay? But I love y'all so much. Thank you again for coming through and supporting me on this Monday evening. And on Thursday, Brillo and I would be live for episode 2 of season 3 of the Pretty Thorough podcast. And who knows, I may pop up with something else on y'all screen. We don't know. We don't know. Just keep your notification bells on and we'll see. But y'all will definitely see me here next Sunday, 11:15-ish a.m. Eastern Standard Time, to break down Raising Kanan, okay? You guys have a blessed week, and I will see you guys later. Toodles.